Okay, lots of questions about did we get the El Camino started. First of all, I want to say we did the radio this morning, and that was so fun because Man and I just have fun living normal life together. But the El Camino, huge shout out to Ken at Delta Cam for literally answering my calls at 7:30 at night and always answering my questions. I so appreciate it. It did start. It does not like a few things, and to be quite honest, it ran great when I posted the video of it running. And then everybody was like, not everybody, but some people, I should not listen to the internet, were like, you should try mixing some premium non-ethanol in with race gas. I mixed 3 gallons in with, 10, 12 gallons of pure race gas, and it hated it. It did not run good. So yesterday I tried a few different things. I also replaced the spark plug wire, so I was thinking that could be it. Although that would not affect it starting, it would just affect how it runs. So anyways, I called Ken at Delta Cam because I was wondering, I had brought him the cam in about a year ago, and I wanted to get the specs off it before I put it in. And my dad, it is a true Z11 cam, but my dad modified it. And I remember Ken being like, listen, this is not gonna idle for shit. It is a beast. If it does idle, you're gonna be at over 1,000 RPMs, and this is like the most gnarliest cam. Of course, in true Steve Barker fashion. So that's what I put in, because that's what he wanted done. But anyway, so I just, it's gonna be a terrible cold start no matter what, and I know that, but it just does not run right. And we had taken the carburetor off last week. I want to clarify, I always have help. My help doesn't love to be mentioned on the internet all the time, but I'm so grateful for you that you spend hours answering my questions, babysitting, trial and erroring with me. Thank you, because I could never do any of this on my own, and I'll never be the bot level. So anyways, we had taken the carburetor apart last week and switched the jets. They were actually where the larger jet was at. That's where the smaller one should be, so it was being restricted with how much gas it was getting. Now it's getting too much gas, and we took the spark plugs out yesterday. I went with a suggestion from somebody for an E9 spark plug. I gotta tell you, they were saturated in gas yesterday, so that's not good. And so, hello, we went up to Andy's Auto Parts and we got some original NOS spark plugs and we tried those. So I did get it started last night, and how we finally got it started was we switched the spark plugs and we disconnected the gas line from the gas tank and put into a jug of pure race gas. It did start. The carburetor is still getting too much gas. The reason why I called Ken at Delta Cam was because that cam we think is already advanced, and so maybe timing is already too advanced. I don't know. It's all just, trial and error and figuring it out, and we'll get there eventually. But no, I am not ready for my first drive. However, why I didn't do a first drive last time I ran it was because of the linkage, and I couldn't get into first. That is fixed, so that's a win. I am constantly learning something new, which is the most exciting about this journey, and we will get there. And I also have a plan to keep some other projects going, and we're going to keep plugging away. I got some stuff I got to do today, and tomorrow's a full day in the barn, and we will get it done. So thanks. 200. Oh, well. There goes my, you know what? I'm just still going to talk to you, but there goes my ashtray holder, and I'm phoneless for the rest of the drive. I literally don't even have a way to turn this video off. Okay, on a side note, I listened to this podcast yesterday about people online and just don't fall into the trap of people wanting you to have a media team and professional cameras and how microphones and how people really appreciate the authenticity of you being actually yourself. You guys, this couldn't be more authentic. My phone is under the dash by the door, and it's gonna have to stay there for the rest of my drive.